Guess who's back?
Don't let your kids watch it.
What is up, beautiful people? I hope y'all are having an absolutely amazing day. I am so excited to be here with you. Yes. Thank you. Stop the applause. So today, as y'all can see by that title, your girl will be reacting to Bill Burr. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, Bill Burr is hilarious. I've only listened to him one time. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you guys check it out in the description box below. But I'm excited because I don't know, like, he touches on things that I feel like a lot of people don't kind of have the balls to talk about, but you know, he does though, and I'm here for it. Like, and he's actually very funny, like, so I'm excited to see this. This is his, like, I don't know, it looked like he was on Conan O'Brien's talk show, so it's not like a stand-up comedy like show or whatever like that. It was like just their late night talk show. But apparently he thinks women are overrated, so you know your girl had to check it out. Y'all. I have no clue what to expect. I know it's probably gonna be hilarious, so I'm excited. I know y'all excited, so let's get to it. Here we go.
Your show, F is for Family, I relate to it because it's about parenting in the 70s, and that's, you know, that was when I was parented like you. What do you think of parents now? How do you compare them to parents in the 70s?
Oh, it's just completely, the kids have so much power. It's like ridiculous. Like half of these kids, I'm like, I look and I just have what happened to me. And I'm like looking at a kid and be like, this kid's about ready to get punted across the grocery store. And it just never happens.
Right.
They just don't get hit. And I think it's hurting this country.
You're mad. Wait a minute.
Wiki said he thinks it's hurting the country. No, really though, like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. So I'm a 90s baby, like late 90s baby, but I'm still a 90s baby, okay? And I will admit, I was literally just talking about this on that live I did. If you haven't checked it out, check that out too. But y'all, like, I was just saying how I feel like the younger generation. Okay, let me watch this first, because I know y'all. Okay, let me say this first. I was feeling like the younger generation just has more control, not control, but they know so much at such a young age. That's why it's like harder, I feel like, to low-key raise them. Like, because a lot of these kids, they got cell phones on them all the time, they iPads, they tablets, whatever they got digitally, you know, it allows them to have so much information at the palm of their hands. Like, it's kind of hard to tell somebody something when they already know everything, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like when it comes to like parents and like just people with older, you know, the older generation, whatever you want to call it, like, even I be behind on the times. Like, you can't really tell, like, it's hard to like kind of like tell somebody something when the information is right there. Like, where it took us so much longer, like, you had to have life experiences and things like that in order to learn different lessons and stuff like that. They're able to learn those lessons quicker by either watching other people or, like, you know, like, it's just like a difference, basically. Not saying that you can't like eliminate the fact that you still have to go through like life and, you know, you learn from experience and things like that. Not saying that it takes away from that, but I really feel like them having like technology, like the internet in the palm of their hands, is what really like separated the new age, I guess, from like the older generations and stuff like that. Because it's like, yo, like, if your parent tells you something but you look it up and you find out the real answer, it's like low-key disrespectful to like correct them, but then at the same time it's like you're right. So I think that that's why there's a lot of disconnect, because they just knew too much too early, that they didn't have to like wait to find things out. Like, they didn't have to like learn things, like it was already given to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when people grow up with money, or like the money is already given to them, the way that they operate throughout life is different compared to somebody that has to work hard to get what they have. Like, regardless, like, working hard, you know, it's all relative, you know what I'm saying? But it's just different. So hopefully y'all picking up what I'm putting down. But anyways,
No, like, you're mad that children are not being hit.
This should be the threat of it. Half of it was just the look. It was just your dad was acting like he was going to do it. He never did it, but your mother did. And because she was a woman, it was like okay. Because it was like, hey, you know, you let a girl beat you up, you know, you kind of felt emasculated.
Yeah.
We had a rule that, like, a lot of the stuff that I look at from when I was a kid that actually kind of made sense in a way would now be considered like abuse, I guess. Like, when I was a kid, if you didn't finish your supper, as we called it.
Supper, yeah.
Yeah, my mother was just like, well, you're gonna finish, she would just wrap it in cellophane and you just picked up where you left off for breakfast. Like a blue collar job. Like, you take the shovel out of the hole and just start digging it again. So, yeah, I remember one night we had cube steaks. which is like one of the toughest pieces of meat. I don't know if you guys, everything's so like Asian infused Wagyu beef. Everybody's eating that crap now. But cube steak was like, they literally had to hit it with a hammer to make it like edible. And so we were having cube steaks. And I forget, my little brother was still in a high chair and he couldn't finish his. So my mother goes, all right, well, you're just gonna have to eat it for breakfast. And that was like 8 hours away, which was like half his life. So he's like, all right, I'll take that deal. So the next morning, I remember we were having waffles. My mother always made Sunday breakfast. So we had all these waffles, eggs, bacon, this whole layout. My brother was looking at half-eaten cube steaks and a little mound of green bean casserole. And he goes, so he looked at my mom, he goes, Mom, can I have a waffle? And she goes, no, you gotta finish your supper. He's like, well, after I finish my supper, then can I have a waffle? She goes, no, that is your breakfast. And he goes, oh, Mom, I hate you. And my dad, without looking up, took a full glass of milk and threw it in his face. Swear to God. This is what kills me. What kills me.
You want everyone today to have as miserable a childhood as you have.
To be honest, y'all, like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Not to like, I don't know, like, I don't have kids, so I can't really say, you feel me? I can only speak to be speaking, okay? I'm only speaking to be speaking. But me personally, like, I really do feel like it makes a difference when you, I don't want to say beat your kids, but as far as like disciplining them, I think that is important, because if your kids don't respect you, why do you think that they will respect any other human being walking this earth? I think it's very important. This stuff starts in the home. Like, people like to like, oh my God, you know, you grow up and you learn. Yo, I feel very strongly about this when it comes to like being like your childhood and how important your childhood is to you and how much it really shapes you for life, because like people don't realize like everybody is just a big kid. Like, we're all just big kids. Like, depending on who you are, like everybody is just a grown-up version. Like, you just grow, like, you can't help time, you know what I'm saying, it's inevitable, it doesn't wait for anybody, whoop-de-whoop. Like, but we're all just big kids. Like, there's nothing that really like changes like outside from time. Like, you grow and you mature, but some people, depending on what they went through in their childhood, like they are still that person. Or if they had a traumatic experience, you know what I'm saying, mentally they're probably still stopped at the whatever traumatic experience they had, unless they were able to heal, learn, grow type of thing. Healing is an everyday process, so like it's a lifelong process. Like, you don't just like heal overnight type of thing. But I definitely think that it makes a difference when you definitely at least force your kids to respect you to a degree. Like, I feel like parents whose kids do not respect them, those kids do not end up respecting anybody. Like, and it's one thing to like love yourself. Like, y'all know I preach about self-love and everything like that, but I also think it's very, very important to like respect others. Like, because you never know what anybody is going through. Like, we all are faced with like different trials and tribulations on a day-to-day basis, and you never knew how somebody was raised. Like, yo, like that is such a huge and vital part of like our lives. Like, because it teaches you things, it forces you to normalize things that you don't realize you're normalizing. Like, when you grow up, like depending on what type of household you were in, if you were in a household, like, you know what I'm saying, everybody doesn't have the same privileges or experiences or opportunities like as everybody else. So it's like, you could assume that people will understand what you're saying or understand where you're coming from, but you guys have never even had nearly close to the same experiences. And that's why I think it's so important to like really grow and understand and learn other people, because I feel like as humans we do such a quick job of like judging people without really understanding and knowing them. Again, I was talking about this on my live, but I was just saying, like, you can meet somebody and you could think they're weird because of how they act, or they could flinch a lot, or they could, you know, they're not able to open up or not be able to talk. And so as far as like us, like we tend to judge people, like, you know what I'm saying, so you're like, oh, they're weird, they're this and that, without knowing that they grow up being abused, or they just got out of an abusive relationship, or you know what I'm saying, like they could deal with depression, like all types of stuff that is really going on to people, to as far as like why they truly are the way that they are. So I honestly just feel like it's important to really like be patient with everybody, like as humans, you know what I'm saying, and really take your time to like understand people and forgive people. I'm not saying you have to forget, but definitely forgive people for what they don't know. Like, a lot of people just do not know because they've never had to experience it. Like I said, like when you grow up a certain way, you normalize that behavior. So unless you really choose to like change when you're an adult and change your mindset and stuff like that, you're still gonna operate the same way you probably operated as a child, like to some degree, you know what I'm saying? Like, but some people grew, you know, like from their childhood, they either feel like they don't want to be anything like how they were raised, or that is the blueprint for their life. So like, it just kind of depends, you know what I'm saying? Everybody learns and grows differently, but that's my 2 cents.
No, but it was kind of funny. We know what's hilarious was my mother just popped up and just immediately started cleaning up, and my dad just kept eating. Like he didn't like the roles were defined back then. Now the guy has to throw the milk, he has to clean it up while telling his wife she's brave for just sitting there. Like whatever that is. Can you hear it? Oh, I know. Women are so overrated, right? We went from we went from not listening to them to now it's ridiculous. Like that believe women. It's like all of them. How about 85%? I'll give you 87%. All right. But that last 13% that keys your car, lights your shit on fire, and puts a family pet in a pot of stew. Who put a pet in a pot of stew?
Okay, yeah, I want to find out who did that. But y'all, I'm honestly like a huge advocate for men and women. Like, I feel like, I don't know, like I just really understand men, and I really understand women too. Like, I really feel like we just think completely different. Like, women just are more emotional. Like, men, just their thought process is just totally different. I don't care what anybody says. You're like, oh, we're different. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep. It's not that deep. When it comes to women though, like, I'm not going to lie, I see what men say. Like when he's saying about like the key in the cars and stuff, women are crazy. I'm not going to lie. This is the difference between men and women. Like, I feel like women get away, whatever, y'all know what I'm saying. Women get away with more things than a man would. Like, a woman and a man could do the same thing, but a woman would get away with it more so than a man would. Like, I've even talked to like one of my coworkers about this. We like get deep into like this topic really, because it's like the amount of women serial killers there are probably the same as men, but women just get away with things because you wouldn't suspect it. You wouldn't suspect a woman to be a serial killer, or it'll be the girl that you think is like so cool, like the superstar, the model, whoop-de-whoop, could be a serial killer, could be hiding people in their basement, but she looks nice and she got a pretty smile so people don't think twice about it. Like, kind of like a Ted Bundy, but I feel like it's not like that deep. Y'all, bear with me. But I just feel like women tend to get away with things like that more often, or like some women don't understand men, so I feel like it just forces them to, like, I don't know, kind of act in a way that's not really all I'm saying is like you can kind of see that they're not understanding the other person's points of view, basically. So I don't think women are overrated, but I will say that times have changed, because even as far as like men providing, I feel like now I know a lot of women that provide for their men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the roles have just kind of like reversed all the way around. Like, I know women that literally go to work all day and their man doesn't, or I know women that are the breadwinners of the family. Like, I know women that take care of everything. So for me, I can't say, oh, women are overrated when a woman is a woman. Like, okay, none of us would be here without women, like, flat out, period. I mean, none of us would be here without men too. That's why we gotta like give credit where it's due, because at the end of the day, we wouldn't be here without each other. You know what I'm saying? We need each other. Like, it is what it is. Like, you need two to tango, baby. You need two to tango. So yeah.
Glenn Close.
Oh, that's close. Yeah. That's, yeah, okay, all right. I think it was a separately.
You know what I miss? I miss, yeah, tougher parenting and evidence. Those are the things that I miss from my childhood.
Evidence.
Yeah.
You mean
due process?
Right.
Somebody says something happened, and then someone else goes, well, I said it happened this way, like the old Gumshoe shows, and they had to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't exist now on social media. It's just like, it's just frontier justice.
Right.
You feel how nervous everybody just got in here? The fact that I just suggested that there should be due process? This guy's talking crazy, man. He just joined ISIS. This is what I'm saying.
I will say that now, like, because of social media, like, it's very hard to have your own like original kind of opinion, because everybody like bandwagons, like cancel culture, like all of that is like very real. Like, it's crazy, honestly, like how, and it's so, y'all don't don't get me started. But basically, y'all, like, I just hate the fact that people can't think for themselves. Like, they scroll on their timeline, they see something, they run with it. You don't even fact check it. Let a famous person say something, whether it's true or not. I'm telling you, like, people are gonna believe it. It don't gotta be true. It don't not gotta be true. My bad, y'all. I'm getting a call. But people gonna believe it and take it and run with it because of who said it. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody has a huge following and they say something, everybody that follows that person is damn near gonna like jump on their back and go along with whatever they say regarding whatever the situation is. And that's a good thing, but it can be a bad thing too when everybody is following somebody who's really actually not even a good person. And I think that that's really what's kind of happening nowadays, is that like a lot of people are looking up to people that don't know themselves anyways. And I feel like that's the situation too with like the kids like in this generation, is that like they're looking at all these influencers like, damn, like y'all know, now look at how many people are influencing the culture. Think about that. Like influencers, everybody is an influencer now, like when we really just living our lives. But you know that, you know, it is what it is. Like, and so it's just like you're looking up to people that don't know themselves, that are doing different things so that they can get money online. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's business for real. So it's like, if you don't know yourself, you're looking up to somebody that doesn't know themselves. Like, it's a horrible cycle. So yeah, but anyways.
And then the woos that they agreed, but they didn't agree when it counted.
We can we'll digitally add woos, don't worry. We have the woo machine. You are way too angry. 50 is still relatively young. You have the anger of a 110-year-old man. All these telephones!
I can't argue.
I am so weak, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very old school. Like, I'm very old school and I'm very traditional. Like, I agree with everything that he said. Like, I agree with that. The parenting, like, things have changed completely, and I don't think it has been a benefit to this nation, or to like just humanity in general. Like, I'm honestly like concerned about generations after me, like as far as like when I have children and things like that, as far as like what type of environment they're going to be in. Like, things have just changed drastically. Like, oh my gosh, y'all, and it's bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's bad. Like, with the advancement of technology, like, it just changed everything completely. And I can only imagine what it's really gonna be like in the next 10 to 20 years. By the time I have kids, y'all already know, like, instead of FaceTime, they friends gonna pop up through a hologram and they gonna be sitting there playing with each other. They probably won't even leave the house, because why would you need to? And you can have your party in your room with all your friends on holograms. Like, they not gonna leave the house. They don't know how to socialize. They don't know how to deal with other people. Like, I don't know. You know, I really don't know. Like, there isn't really anything you can do like to shape or transform like the lives of like everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? All you can do is be the best version of you and live your best life and do what you need to do to be happy and everything like that. At the end of the day, it's always something. Like, there's always something. That's life. That's life, man. That's life. But overall, y'all, I honestly have nothing bad to say at all. I like what he had to say. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's a very smart guy. I agree with a lot of his beliefs and his mindset. So Bill Burr, big thumbs up for you. I'll definitely keep checking out more of his comedy routine. So let me know what you guys thought about this video. If you guys want to see more reactions from Bill Burr, more Bill Burr reactions, y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. But let me know if you guys have any other reaction requests. Feel free to drop them down in the comment section below. I would love to check them out. I love you guys so much and I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for being patient with your girl. I know it's been forever since I've actually uploaded, and now I'm actually trying to be consistent, y'all. So hopefully you guys will see me more and more and more and more and more, to the point where you annoyed. Yeah, but anyways, I'm excited, y'all. I'm really excited to, you know, be back on YouTube and everything. I really do hope you guys are having an amazing, fabulous day. I love y'all and I appreciate you guys so much. If you like this video, can you please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and press the notification bell so you guys will know when my next video is out. I appreciate you guys and I love you guys so much. All the love and support you guys have been giving me literally means the world to me, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I hope everybody has an absolutely amazing day. Keep being great, keep being original, keep being true to being you. I love you, I appreciate you, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Bye.